Hi team, I hope you're all well. Today I will be doing a little bit of a different video. This is going to become a bit of a series, I'm hoping, anyway, if it goes well. It needs to go well because I have like 8 or 9 Bookstagrammers down for this little series, so I'm hoping it goes well. But I'm really excited about it. So like a month ago or something, a couple of weeks ago, I did a video where I was reading booktubers' favourite books of 2019. It was a lot of fun. I had a really good time with it. I found a couple new favourite books. I ended up DNFing a couple books that I was really anticipating, which was a shame. But overall, it was a really good experience and I had a great time. Now, my friend Suzanne from Book Marvel then recommended to me, she then recommended to me doing a reading Bookstagrammers' favourite books. So I was going to do a similar sort of thing where I pick like 10 Bookstagrammers and pick maybe 10 books, 5 to 10 books, and see what happens. However, when I started on this endeavour, Suzanne sent me her favourite books of 2019, then I got a couple of other people's, and I was like, I want to read all of these books. I got them to send me like a selection, the top 5 basically, and what I decided I was going to do was turn this into a series. So you're going to get a video from me, one a month, where I read a Bookstagrammer's 3 of their favourite books of 2019. So I'm really excited about it. I was going to do 5, and then some of them I wasn't interested in all of the books. I weren't interested. My God. I wasn't interested in all of the books that they were sending through to me, so I was going to do 4, and then it just seemed quite overwhelming because some of the books that were coming through are really big books, and obviously I'm wanting to sort of slip this into my monthly TBRs as well. So I don't want this to sort of like become an actual focus of my entire TBR. So I've ended up bringing it down to 3 books, which is a really nice, happy number for me. It's an odd number, which is a bit of a bummer. I really wish I could do 4, but it was getting a bit too difficult, and 3 is just a better number for me to do. Based on that, the first person I'll be reading from is Megan from Megan_reading away the days on Bookstagram. I'll leave a link to her Bookstagram down below. Go and check her out. She's awesome. I absolutely love her. She's great. And I'm really excited because she's given me like such a nice variety of contemporary romances, so I'm really excited about it. One of the 5 books that she recommended me I'd already read, which was Red, White and Royal Blue. I really enjoyed it, so that was promising. And then the other 4, I was interested in all of them, but I ended up scratching one of them off just to get myself down to 3, but I think I might just end up reading that other one at another time because it's on Kindle Unlimited. So the books that she has recommended to me are River Wild by Samantha Toll. I don't know how you say that, but I'll show a picture of it here. This is following a pregnant woman who moves to a new town. I think she's running away from someone, and her neighbour is River Wild, who is like a bit of a broody, kind of grumpy guy. I don't really know how to explain him properly, and he ends up helping her adopt an abandoned dog basically, and just kind of, I don't know where this is going. I'm assuming it's going to be a romance, but like enemies to lovers type romance, which is now becoming one of my favourite tropes, and I'm really excited for it. Super here for it, and I'm really happy that she's sort of sent this my way because I would know nothing about it otherwise. It is a Kindle Unlimited book, so I will be reading it on my Kindle, which is awesome, so really happy about that. The next book is Top Secret by Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy, and I'm really excited about this one. I'll tell you why I'm really excited about it, because I've already started it. I started this last night and I'm just honestly obsessed with it. So I'm 38% in. It's really good. This is following 2 guys essentially, Keaton and Luke, and they are the frat brothers basically. And what they don't realise, Keaton has a girlfriend, and she for her birthday wants to have a threesome, a male female threesome essentially, or male female, just with another guy. And her boyfriend Keaton is like, okay fine, yeah, let's go for it, let's do it. And he signs up to this app and he gets talking to this guy, and what he doesn't realise is that he kind of wants to explore sexuality a bit more. Now this guy that he's talking to is someone who uses this app regularly for threesomes or to hook up with guys or girls. So this guy is bi, and Keaton is deemed straight, but when he starts talking to this other guy, he wants to explore his sexuality. And honestly, I've read male books before, but they're usually YA. So this is obviously adult male, and it does not fade to black, and it's great. The smut in here is fantastic. I didn't think I would be sort of like into that, like interested in it, but honestly it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. I've been in the shittiest slump recently. It's been awful, like really bad slump. It's been really getting me down, and this book is really bringing me out of it. So I'm so excited about it. 38% in, and I'm guaranteeing it's going to be at least 4 stars, guaranteeing it. I'm really excited, hoping to finish it today actually. Really excited about it. I'm looking forward to seeing what River Wild is like now though, to be fair. I know it's not going to be male, but I'm assuming it's going to have a lot of smut in it, so I'm very excited indeed. And then the final book is Her Royal Highness by Rachel Hawkins. I've heard great things about this. I know Hayley from Hayley and Bookland really enjoyed this one, so I'm really excited about it. This, I believe, is female relationship, so I'm covering all bases. I've got a straight relationship, I have got queer relationships, both male and female, so I am here for this. I'm so here for this. This is in fact, all of these are enemies to lovers, which I hadn't realised, which is great because this is something that I'm getting into a bit more. Really excited about this one. I can't wait to pick this one up. This is she's her friend, she's her enemy, she's her crush. Millie Quint is devastated when she discovers that her sort of best friend, sort of girlfriend, has been kissing someone else. Heartbroken and ready for a change of pace, Millie decides to apply for scholarships to boarding schools. The further away from Houston, the better. Millie is thrilled when she's accepted into one of the world's most exclusive schools, located in the rolling Highlands of Scotland. Oh, that makes it even more exciting. The only problem, Millie's roommate, Flora, is a total princess. She's also the actual princess of Scotland. I'm so here for this. I do love royalty books as well. Like, I loved Red, White and Royal Blue. At first, the girls can't stand each other, but before Millie knows it, she has another sort of best friend, sort of girlfriend. Princess Flora could be a new chapter in her love life, but Millie knows the chances of happily ever after are slim. After all, real life isn't a fairy tale. Or is it? It can be. 274 pages, not long at all. Really excited about it, so here for this book. So yeah, really excited about the 3 books that Megan has chosen for me. Super hyped to be doing this. I hope this series is really good and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm just really glad I've turned it into like a series because I just couldn't choose between the books. Like, you can see how excited I am for these 3 books. How was I possibly going to choose between these books? I mean, probably I would have chosen this one because it's the only one I'd heard of, but I'm really glad that I'm sort of venturing out into unknown books as well, so like River Wild and Top Secret, because I would have never have found these books, like never. So it's opening me up to a brand new selection of books within a genre that I actually really love, which is contemporary romance. So this is great because I don't read enough of the genre that I love because I'm trying to keep up with the hype of other books that are coming out recently, fantasy books and, you know, all the brand new books that are coming out. I'm trying to keep up with the hype and it's really difficult sometimes. It is really difficult and it is tiresome, and sometimes I just want to read books that I enjoy. So, oh sorry, I've got pins and needles in my foot. So it's really nice to just sort of pick something up that's a little bit different. It's exactly what I'm looking for, but it's a little bit different. I didn't know I was looking for it. It's fantastic. I'm loving Top Secret so far. So this will be done in a similar way that I did my Reading Booktubers favourites. I will leave a link to that down below so you can go check it out if you want to, but I'm really excited to just include another side of the community. So rather than just doing booktubers, I'm doing bookstagrammers, which is awesome. So thanks Suzanne for the idea. It's kind of like blossomed into this series now, so she's fully aware of that as well, and I said to her that I would completely give her credit for the idea because this is not my idea at all. It's Suzanne's 100%. So really excited to continue with this, and Suzanne will actually be April's pick, so keep your eyes open for that. I do have a selection of people to choose from, so I'm really excited because all the books look really great as well. Yeah. very excited indeed. I will check back in with you when I've got something to report, probably when I finish Top Secret, hopefully today. So I will see you in a little bit. Bye for now. Hello, 'tis me. I'm currently editing this video and for some weird reason completely forgot to update you on what my thoughts were on Top Secret, so that's really weird. And then I've gone through previous footage to see if I mentioned it in another video when I was actually reading it during a weekly reading vlog, which I was reading it and I mentioned it a couple of times, but I literally never gave my thoughts on it. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I thought I would just come in, so this is editing stuff, just dropping in now to say that I fucking love that book. Honestly, it was amazing. So this is, like I mentioned in the intro, this is a book in which Keaton basically has a girlfriend and she, for her 21st birthday, wants to have a threesome but with another guy. So Keaton gets on a dating app, finds this guy to talk to, and they end up sexting basically and flirting a lot. It becomes smutty relatively quickly. Okay, just had to stop there to just double check what I was and was not spoiling. So yeah, so Keaton ends up flirting with this guy, things go down and something ends up happening. This is a male-male romance. This is not a love triangle, so things happen obviously, and the story just kind of ensues from there. This is an enemies to lovers type story. There is also so Keaton is obviously at college and he lives in a what do you call it, a frat house. God, that took a minute. A frat house, and the person that he shares his floor with is one of his enemies. It's just a guy that he does not get on with at all, called Luke. Sorry, it's been a minute. Really loved this book though. Called Luke. And them two don't get on, but they both have backstories going on. So Keaton's got issues with his dad. Luke has got issues with his brother and his mum. So they've both got backstories going on, but I just really enjoyed it. It was so good. The writing style was fantastic. I've never read a smutty male-male romance before, but I really enjoyed it, you know. It wasn't trashy, it was really well written. I really enjoyed the relationship, how it built up, and how the guys got to know each other and things like that. It was just very cleverly done and I really enjoyed it, and I think it had a lot of real world issues in there as well that were very well dealt with, and I just thought it was a really great book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was fantastic. So great shout from Megan. Really good start to this video especially, but also trying to help me get out of my slump. It really did help. I'm not out by any means, but it's really helped sort of drag me out a little bit and help me keep picking books up, which is great, because the last thing anybody wants is a reading slump where you're not reading anything, because that's the worst kind of reading slump. So really happy. I really enjoyed it. It was a great book. I highly recommend if you are into your smutty books, queer, smutty romance books. That's literally everything that it was. It was awesome. I loved it so much, so I do highly recommend. Great shout from Megan. So I will let you get back to in the moment stuff rather than editing stuff, and she's going to explain to you what she read next. Hi team, hello. We are still recording this video slowly but surely. I have moved on to the next book, which is Her Royal Highness. As it turns out, I completely forgot to keep you guys updated. This is just the dust jacket because I took it out so I don't wreck it. I've completely forgotten to keep you guys updated on this. I am loving this. I am currently, let's find out, currently 171 pages through this, and I'm planning on finishing it today. Today's date is Monday 23rd of March, so I'm planning on finishing it this evening, but I'm loving this so far. It's so good. We are following Millie, who lives in Texas, and she has applied to go to school in Scotland, a really prestigious school, and she basically almost doesn't go because she's in love with her best friend Jude, and Jude and her started a relationship over the summer. Jude's boyfriend broke up with her before the summer, and then just before she like fully makes a decision on what to do, Jude ends up getting back with her boyfriend. So heartbreak ensues, and Millie's like, fuck this shit, I'm getting out of here, I'm going to Scotland. So she goes to uni in Scotland, but she ends up with a roommate who is the Princess of Scotland, Princess Flora, and she is literally a princess, such a drama queen. This is enemies to lovers trope, I am assuming anyway. I'm still at the, well, we're friends at the moment, enemies to friends to lovers, but I'm really enjoying it. It's really good. I'm having a great time with it. I love that it's set in Scotland. I love Scotland. I'm part Scottish, so I love Scotland. But yeah, having a really great time with it. It's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it if you are looking for a female queer Scottish romance. It's not full Scottish obviously because Millie's Texan, but I'm having a good time with it. I'm really enjoying it. So another good shout from Megan. I'm really happy at the moment with the books that she's suggesting. When I finish this, I will be picking up River Wild, which is the next book from Megan, so can't wait to pick that one up. Maybe we might get triple 5 stars here, who knows, we'll see. But I'm going to go anyway because I can continue to read this, try and finish it off tonight. I'm going to play some Sims because I'm listening to the audiobook. So yeah, excited. So I shall see you when I've got another update. Bye for now. Hello team, it is Wednesday the 25th of March. It's now just gone midnight, so it is now Wednesday the 25th of March, but it was Tuesday the 24th of March. I have finished River Wild by Samantha Towle. That's how we're going to say it. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. So, sleeves up. So, okay, this book, I got 25% into this book and I was going to DNF it last night, as in Monday night. And I nearly did. And I don't know what it was that stopped me. Oh, I do know what it was that stopped me. I went on Goodreads and I was going to look at the comments to see what people were saying. Now there were a couple of people that were voicing my opinions about it, so I nearly DNF it because of that reason, but there were a lot of people rating it for 4.5, 5 stars. So I decided to continue with it. I was like, I'll give it another 25%, get 50% through, and if I'm still hating it, I'll DNF it because I'm doing it for this challenge. So I wanted to make sure I gave it a really good chunk. And it turns out, I don't know if it was my mood yesterday or whether it was actually the book that was bothering me, but it turns out today, Tuesday, I've enjoyed it a lot more. And I finished it. I just couldn't put it down. I was listening to it a little bit while I was at work. Then I finished it when I got home. So, I fucking loved this book. It was amazing. Holy shit, it was so good. Not what I was expecting at all. I was going into it thinking that this was going to be some rather odd, like, well, not odd, I just went into it thinking that this was just going to be a pregnant lady running away from her other half, finding this really broody guy, and then them getting together, and it was going to be really sexy. And that's not what it was at all. It was nothing like that. So essentially you start off with this woman called Annie who lives with her husband, and he's a cop, and he's called Neil. Yeah, Neil, he's a cop. She's phoned the cops on him before, but they don't do anything because cops in solidarity and all this lot. And for that reason, it gave me Rose Madder vibes. Now, if you've read Rose Madder by Stephen King, Rose never phones the cops because she's concerned about the cops not doing anything about Norman, who beats her, because he's a cop and cops in solidarity thing. So that was a very strange situation to sort of see kind of mirrored in this book as well. However, completely understandable. So Annie is beaten and raped on a daily basis by her husband Neil. Obviously very controlling. She doesn't go out, she's no friends, she wears certain things, she only stays in the house, etc, etc, until she finds out that she's pregnant. So she decides that she is going to run away. Her husband is a dirty cop, so she steals some of his money. She's going to run away with some of his money, and she goes to Texas, where she then announces herself with the help of a friend, an elderly neighbour friend whose daughter died, called Carrie, and she takes her identity essentially. So she becomes Carrie, and she moves to Texas, where she knows that her husband will never think to find her because she hates the heat. She can't stand it. She's like a proper cool bird, so she hates the heat. Anyway, she moves to Texas, manages to find herself a place to stay, a house to get, and well, rent, and a job as well, very quickly. But she also comes across her neighbour, River Wild, who is a very brutally, grumpy, brooding, hot guy that lives next door. And essentially he has a very disturbing background from when he was a child, and we start off getting a chapter from him as a kid, and I just wasn't expecting it, and I don't know whether that's thrown me a little bit with the book, so I just wasn't expecting it at all. And I think it might have thrown me for six a little bit, because I didn't really want to read. I'm not really into reading things like that. However, it does fade to black very, very quickly. I'll explain that in a second with the trigger warnings. So anyway, they end up disliking each other very, very quickly, but she ends up seeing one night off her porch a dog, a puppy, fall into River's pool. So she runs to go and get the dog out the pool. She assumes it's River's, and it turns out it's not River's dog, and River is basically stood over it in the pool like, what the fuck are you doing in my pool? Why have you got your dog in my pool? And she's like, this isn't your dog, and he's like, no, and blah blah blah. Anyway, long story short, she ends up keeping the dog. River gives her a lift to the vets, to take him to the vets to get him checked out because he's been in the pool, and River wants to make sure that he's not got fleas or anything like that because the pool needs cleaning, etc. She's no car. River takes her to the vets, brings her back. He ends up going into the house and figuring out that she's pregnant. I think he sees some pamphlets or something from the hospital, figures out that she's pregnant, and it's from that moment becomes very, very protective. Now, a few things happen, the story goes on, and it's just a really, really good story. Now, I started out disliking this because I didn't like Carrie. I just couldn't connect to her. I was completely like happy about River. I was so in love with River, it's not even funny to be fair. Despite his past, I was really, really in love with River. Totally down for the broody man, but I just didn't like Carrie. So she's not a swearer, she's a bit of a prude-ish in a way, not much, a little bit, and it's not that I don't like people that don't swear, but she overly uses, you know, like, oh, fudging hell, and you fudging see you next Tuesday ass and all this lot, and just really random stuff where I'm just like, for God's sake, like, you're going out of your way not to swear, just swear, it's easier. And yet you've got River on the other hand who's like, you fucking C word and all this lot. Now, I don't like saying the C word, so I will never say it on here, but plus it's like, I think it's like the worst swear word ever, so I would never say it anyway, but I say the C word, and on occasion I have, just playing, I like taking the piss out of myself or somebody else, I have said see you next Tuesday, but I would never say it like on a daily basis. And it got to a point where she was doing this fudging, see you next Tuesday, and all this rubbish, and I was just like, I was getting really sick of it. But once I'd got past about maybe the 40% mark, I don't know what happened. I can't remember what it was that sort of twisted in the story, in which maybe it was just that their relationship moved on to the next level from enemies to acquaintances, if you like, and I just kind of liked their banter. I saw it a lot actually in myself and one of my friends, Andrew. We have that banter where we just constantly badger each other and just bully each other all the time, and that's literally how we talk on a daily basis. It's all in love, but we just constantly picking on each other for random stuff all the time. So I think I just saw myself and my friend in that, and I just really enjoyed it. So I don't know whether it was that was a twisting point or something else that happened that there was a turning point in the book in which I actually kind of found her a bit endearing, and I just thought she was really funny, and I just really enjoyed their banter. I just loved them. I thought they were amazing. So that all happened, and then just that end chapter, the epilogue, holy shit, I was panicking for the first page, and then I twisted the page and I was like, oh my god, thank God for that. I did shit myself though, bloody hell. That book, it really got me. I was crying a couple times, lots of emotions, laughing. It was great, really, really good. I gave it 5 stars in the end. I loved it. It was fantastic. I was obsessed. It was so good. So it was a great shout overall from Megan with these books. I've really enjoyed them. Always, I'm very organised and I've got the books with me. Well, 2 of them were on Kindle anyway, only 1 of them I own, but it's upstairs. So we're just gonna do a quick review of these, and I will tell you what my thoughts were very quickly, what I rated them. First book was Top Secret by Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy even. I loved this. This was a male enemies to lovers queer book, and I'm obsessed with it. It was so good. I had the best time with this book. It was awesome. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, a whole 5 stars. Then we had Her Royal Highness by Rachel Hawkins, which again I loved. It was great. We had Enemies to Lovers, female queer romance, so I had a great time with that one. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I can't remember what the reasoning was why I only gave it 4. I just didn't get the, you know, the fuzzy feeling vibes from it. I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it as much as I loved Top Secret, or inevitably River Wild. So the last one was River Wild by Samantha Towle, Towle, not sure. 5 out of 5 stars, outstanding. Enemies to Lovers, again. So all 3 of these are enemies to lovers. I think we know which tropes Megan likes. But I really enjoyed them. Apparently it's a trope that I'm really getting into. So out of the 3, I gave 2 5 stars and 1 4 star. So amazing choices from Megan. I'm definitely going to be asking her for more recommendations. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different. I know I did the reading booktubers favourite books the other month, last month, I think it was. Yeah, last month. The video went up at the beginning of March, so I'll leave a link to it down below if you want to go check it out if you haven't done so already. Yeah, really excited. I had such a good time. It was so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did, because I really liked it. I was going to do it as like a reading vlog, if you like, but because I'm doing it over the space of, I was going to do it in just a week, but because of the way the reading pattern's going and the way the world's going at the moment, and I'm just sort of sporadic in what I'm reading, and I'm very much mood reading a little bit, so it's difficult for me to just sit down and read a certain set of books at the moment. I'm completely off my TBR. I'm just mood reading. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below if you'd prefer it as more of like a, you know, a weekly reading vlog where I just read those 3 books in the future, or whether you like it where I just tell you what the books are initially and then I just update you when I've finished each book and what my thoughts were. Let me know what you prefer to do. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I had a great time, and obviously I found some new favourites. I fell back in love with my Kindle because of Top Secret as well, so that's cool, because you can save yourself a lot of money with these things inevitably if you've got like library set up on here, or you know, even Kindle Unlimited, Script, things like that. You can sort of save some money by not buying the books instead and just getting them on there. So even finding some books that you probably wouldn't look at, like Top Secret and River Wild, they would have never turned my head normally, so I'm so excited. It's opened me up to a whole new genre. I'm very excited. But yeah, I had a great time. I hope you guys did as well. Please let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this video. I had a blast. I'm so excited to continue doing this series. I hope you guys want me to continue doing the series as well, because obviously it's pointless me doing it if you thought this video was shit. So please let me know in the comments down below. Don't be mean though. Give it a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it, and I shall see you for the next one. Bye for now.